Landman fans, buckle up! Billy Bob Thornton is speaking out, and he's not holding back when it comes to defending Ali Larter's controversial role on the show. Why has Angela Norris sparked such heated debates among viewers? And is Landman's bold writing style the real culprit behind all the drama? Today, we're unpacking it all, from Thornton's fiery comeback to the divisive reactions that have everyone talking. Get ready for a deep dive into the show's most talked about character and the bold creative choices shaking up the series. Why Billy Bob Thornton felt the need to defend Ali Larter. Billy Bob Thornton has always been known for his outspoken nature, and when it comes to defending his colleagues, he doesn't hold back. Recently, he stepped up in a big way to support Ali Larter, who's been facing criticism for her role in Landman. According to Thornton, Ali's talent is undeniable, and he felt compelled to push back against the negativity aimed her way. He specifically praised her ability to bring depth and nuance to her character, qualities that helped elevate the show's dynamic storytelling. For Thornton, staying silent in the face of such unwarranted backlash simply wasn't an option. What sparked Thornton's defense was the unfair spotlight being placed on Larter's portrayal of Angela Norris, a character that has clearly divided fans. Some viewers argue that Norris's personality and choices don't align with what they expected from a female lead in Landman. Thornton, however, stressed that this complexity is exactly what makes her character so compelling. He pointed out that Larter's ability to embody the rawness, flaws, and drive of Angela Norris is a testament to her range as an actor. More importantly, he emphasized that art is meant to provoke discussion, not placate an audience that insists on simplistic characters. Adding to his argument, Thornton also shared his frustrations over how often strong female characters face disproportionate scrutiny compared to their male counterparts. He argued that if Angela Norris's ambitious and sometimes controversial actions had been performed by a male character, the reaction might have been very different. Thornton's remarks not only highlighted the double standards in entertainment, but also brought attention to the importance of creating multidimensional roles for women. For him, Larter was the perfect choice to tackle such a polarizing character, and the results speak for themselves. By addressing the criticism directly, Billy Bob Thornton didn't just defend Ali Larter, he sparked an important conversation about storytelling, character depth, and audience expectations. His support of Larter is a reminder that behind every tough character is an actor giving their all to tell a meaningful story. Thornton's outspoken defense cemented his role not just as a co-star, but as a champion for respectful discourse and celebrating the art of performance. At the end of the day, Thornton wants viewers to look beyond the controversy and appreciate the layers that make Landman such a talked-about series. What viewers are criticizing about Ali Larter's character. Ali Larter's portrayal of Angela Norris in Landman has certainly stirred up conversation among viewers, and not all of it has been positive. A major point of contention seems to be Angela's brash and unapologetic personality, which has divided fans right down the middle. Some argue that her confident, take-charge demeanor comes across as abrasive, while others feel it's a refreshing departure from conventional female leads. This duality in audience reactions has made Angela one of the most talked about characters, but it's also placed her squarely in the crosshairs of criticism. Another issue that viewers have flagged is Angela's decision-making throughout the series. From bold career moves to morally ambiguous choices, it's clear that Angela isn't afraid to take risks, even if those decisions don't always make her likable. Critics argue that her sometimes cutthroat approach feels out of place in the show's narrative, with some even labeling her as overly ambitious to the point of being unrelatable. However, supporters have countered this by saying that Angela's complexity is what makes her character interesting. After all, no one wants every character to be predictable, right? The way Angela fits into the larger Landman storyline has also drawn scrutiny. Some fans feel that Angela's arc hasn't been as developed as other characters, leaving parts of her backstory and motivations unclear. This has led to complaints that her actions aren't always justified or consistent, making her portrayal feel uneven at times. On the flip side, others argue that these nuances are intentional, illustrating how Angela thrives in high-pressure situations while still being haunted by personal struggles. This, they claim, makes her flawed but fascinating to watch, even if it's not always easy to side with her. Despite the critiques, it's hard to ignore the impact Angela Norris has had on Landman and its audience. Whether fans are praising her for shaking things up or criticizing her for clashing with their expectations, it's undeniable that she brings a level of complexity that sparks conversation. Love her or hate her, Angela's character raises questions about what viewers expect from leading roles and why some traits are celebrated in male characters but questioned in female ones. And really, isn't stirring up debates one of the hallmarks of great storytelling? Is Angela Norris really that controversial? Angela Norris has become one of those characters who instantly sparks a reaction, but is she really as controversial as some claim? To her critics, Angela's unapologetic personality and bold decision-making make her one of the most polarizing figures in Landman. They argue that her actions often come across as too aggressive or self-serving, creating a disconnect for viewers who want someone they can root for unconditionally. But for every detractor, there's a supporter who sees Angela as a breath of fresh air, a character willing to challenge the traditional notions of what a female lead should look like. Supporters of Angela Norris highlight her complexity as her greatest strength. They admire her willingness to take risks and tackle challenges head-on, even if it means making tough or morally gray decisions. To them, Angela represents a more realistic portrayal of someone navigating high-stakes environments. She's the kind of character people love to dissect, not because she's easily likable, but because she feels layered and unpredictable. Fans appreciate that she doesn't fit into a neatly defined box, pushing the boundaries of what TV audiences usually expect from a lead. On the flip side, some critics feel that Angela's story arc lacks the nuance needed to justify her actions, which might explain why she comes across as divisive. They argue that her moments of vulnerability, while present, sometimes get lost in the script, making it harder for the audience to understand her motivations. This disconnect has led to debates about whether the controversy stems from Angela herself as a character, or from how her story has been written and presented within the larger context of Landman. After all, a character's impact comes not just from performance, but also the material they're given to work with. Ultimately, whether Angela Norris is truly that controversial depends on where you stand as a viewer. She's undoubtedly a character designed to provoke thought and spark debate, which in itself is a testament to her impact on the series. For some, she's a flawed but fascinating force of nature who challenges everyone around her. For others, she's a figure that teeters on the edge of being polarizing for the sake of drama. Either way, Angela is a character who refuses to be ignored, and that makes her a powerhouse in the world of Landman. Landman's writing style, too bold or bold enough? The writing style of Landman has been a hot topic of discussion, and for good reason. The show doesn't hold back when it comes to making bold choices, whether through its complex character arcs or its provocative storylines. Writers have leaned into creating morally gray characters who challenge the audience's perceptions, offering a narrative that defies traditional television norms. Some fans see this as an exciting evolution for storytelling, applauding how it mirrors real life's complexities. Others, however, feel the show's unfiltered approach can sometimes cross the line, leaving viewers divided on whether it's bold or just trying to shock. One of the show's most buzzworthy moves has been its commitment to creating polarizing characters like Angela Norris. These characters are flawed, ambitious, and unapologetic, qualities that make them fascinating to some and frustrating to others. Rather than crafting heroes or villains, Landman gives viewers people navigating tough moral landscapes, forcing audiences to grapple with their own beliefs. This gutsy approach to character development has brought both praise and criticism, with some viewers calling it refreshing and others labeling it too risky for its attempt to redefine likability in storytelling. Controversial story decisions have only amplified this debate around the show's writing. From ethically murky power plays to moments that challenge societal norms, Landman thrives on exploring layered conflicts. Critics of the show argue that some of these storylines feel more provocative than purposeful, accusing the writers of leaning too hard on sensationalism. On the flip side, fans praise these creative risks, claiming they elevate Landman from being just another drama to a thought-provoking exploration of ambition, ethics, and personal sacrifice. It's a delicate balance, and whether the writing strikes the right note often depends on individual perspective. At its core, the question of whether Landman is too bold or bold enough can only be answered by what each viewer is seeking from the show. It's clear that its daring approach to storytelling has left a mark, with fans eager to see what unexpected decisions lie ahead. Whether you love the risks or find them a bit too much, one thing is undeniable: Landman isn't afraid to push boundaries. And in today's TV landscape, that kind of unapologetic ambition is bound to provoke conversation, making it a series that refuses to be overlooked. So, where do you stand? Is Angela Norris the bold and complex lead Landman needs, or do you side with her critics? And what do you think of Billy Bob Thornton's no-nonsense defense of Ali Larter? Share your thoughts below, because we're dying to know. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more updates, and stick around. We've got plenty more to uncover about this gripping series.